are you here? Running around this morning. I really do feel uplifted this morning. We get to sign up for the vaccinations today. So not me, my mom. I've been really wanting my mother to get vaccinated, and so right after class here, I'm going to sit on the computer and get her an appointment. So that's something to cheers about, you guys. We're moving forward. The sun is shining. There is an incredible sunrise right now, and everything's good. So you guys, I have, again, switched up our workouts so slightly you won't even notice, but incorporating more intensity so that our workouts themselves will be burning more energy, right? We're gonna go from one exercise to the other a little quicker, less rest. So choose your weights wisely. And then the other thing is, I just put little bits and pieces of cardio everywhere. Warm-up set for shoulders. We're gonna start with shoulders. Front raise, lateral raise, and rear delt, okay? So in whatever order, 10, 10, 10, and then you're gonna have to do a little rest, I think, in between. So actually this calls for a side lateral raise first. And front, you could be seated for this, right? Seated, I think, is a little harder. Right here, when I'm standing, my body can help a little bit, right? It gives a little bit of momentum. I would say the movement would be stricter sitting down, but there's many reasons you would change your position that way, and they're all individual. And, excuse me, rear delt fly. And 10, gorgeous. Okay, little rest, maybe a little stretch. When I come into that forward lean, I feel my little tweak, so I just wanna reassure my back that I'm taking care of things. Super. If there's time, I'd like to do a stretch today too. So if you can stay after, fine. If you can't, fine. All right. Here we go. Side lateral raises. Front raise. And 10. Ooh, I almost went to alternating. You remember, how can you forget when I tell you? Modify. If you have to go to one arm at a time, alternating lift and rear delt fly. Come into position safely, check everything out, and then move. And very nice. Okay, so we're gonna need a band later on too, right? Decided to do chest in glute bridge, so that would be, if you're on a bench, a decline, all right? So you're going to set your setting of your bench down. You have to go back. Go. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to start here with a chest press fly, and then we're going to ease off the upper body a little bit for the glute thrust, and then we're going to do that 4 times, okay? So we're going to start with a moderate weight, press it up, and then press your glutes up, squeeze, and 8. So that means it's a slightly heavier set. Now, if you have to come out of your glute bridge for a moment, change your hand position. You can bring it back up and squeeze, and then open, close. You might have to change your weights from your presses to your flies. Six. And 8. And then I'm going to take those weights right into my hips. And I'm going to go 8. Okay? So take your time in between those 3 exercises. If you want to put one weight down and have one weight on your hip for your glute thrusts, fine. If you want to use no weight at all, that's options. All right, here we go, second set. Yeah, this workout's going to go fast. It's going to be nice. Just love starting Mondays with a chest day. It seems so organized and streamlined and peaceful. You can lie down. You can have a sip of coffee. Let's go, you guys. Okay, so chest press, 8 reps. Glute bridge or not, you guys. If you just want to go for a plain press and really focus on your upper body, you do that. Otherwise, you can bring it up here, and then you have to take, your attention has to be divided between those 2 places because you really want to squeeze your glutes up and you want to get some good reps out, okay? And there's 8. I can bring my butt down, rest the glutes a bit as I switch positions for my fly. And 8, and then take those weights down. Maybe you might be just using one on your hip for the thrust, or you might reach up and get a heavier one for your glute thrust. It's a big muscle, strong. And 8, beautiful. Little stretch in between if you need. There we go. And just check out my low back. Yep. And we move back into our 3rd set. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up here. Yeah, if you don't have a bench, if you're on the floor, and work on the floor is beneficial. There's lots of reasons why you would be on the floor even if you have a bench. That being said, being on a bench, you have better ability to move into a safe position without wrenching these, especially the heavier weights, up and getting in position. Choose carefully. glute squeeze, press. There's our transition to flies. Reposition those glutes and really squeeze and open, close. And glute thrust. Alrighty. Good. Feeling pretty awesome from those stretches yesterday. It doesn't take long. Just like lifting weights, it feels like it's going to be like, oh, this is going to be forever. How am I going to lose weight? But slowly and surely the benefits compound. You just have to notice them. You have to focus on the good more than the bad. Don't look in the mirror and look at the yucky parts. Focus on the good ones. We're working on it all. Okay. Up, open, and press. Transition to fly, squeeze and open. And last one for glute thrust. That's heavy. Fourth round is getting tough. And 8. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Beautiful. And rock and roll it up. We've got some more shoulders. So look at this one. And it'll be the same with the band push-up. We're trying for really strict, difficult. And you're going to get out as many as you can. So go max rep. I have 10. And then that 5 push press is the body just helping force out a few more reps. So if you can only get 5 dumbbell presses out and then do 10 push presses with added help, and the same with band push-ups, that's what you're gonna do. So just say in your mind, I got 15 repetitions here to accomplish. And I'm gonna go strict and heavy. And when I can't do that in good form anymore, then I'm going to the modified movement, no matter how many. I just shot out the 10 and the 5 for something to shoot for. Alrighty. So that being said, I brought out, I don't even know why I did this, but I'm going to really be adhering to what I just said, because with 15-pound weights, I might not get 10 shoulder presses out. We'll see, all right? But push press is simply you pushing the rest of it up, okay, after you're fatigued. So let's go. And now I'm going to well, that wasn't too bad, but I bet my bottom dollar that the next 2 sets are going to be difficult. All right, so keep in mind when you're pushing through those first 10 that are so difficult, that you keep in good form. As soon as you start losing good form, move into your push presses or rest, okay? No need to cause a problem here, all right? 10 and 5, or whatever combo suits you. Towards the end there, I just started leaning back into that, right? Yeah, you want to be careful. If you get to 10 and you're at your 5 push press and you're losing form, stop at 3, stop at 4. Heart rate's elevated. Good. The same premise is going to go for the band push-ups. You're just going to do your strict, difficult intensity and then drop down to your modification. Whether that be with a band or not, you're going to decide, okay? Here we go. Last set, dumbbell shoulder press. 8. I'm going to go for push press now. 8, 9, 10, and then maybe my 5s. Whoa, barely. I was pushing the envelope there, which I don't really, it's not smart. All right, give yourselves a little break. If you're going to use a band, it's going to wrap around your back and anchor at your hands, and it's going to provide a resistance. If you find that just full push-ups are really intense for you, that's what you're going to do for the first 10 or how many ever you can do. And then you drop down to your modified, which would be on your knees, okay? With this one, I want to place that band behind and I think it's best with it underneath your shoulders, and then you're going to push up. Maybe? All right, so this would be a modification up. If I find I can't get good reps out, full out with the band, I'm going to get rid of the band. And then my next modification down will be on my knees. Got it? So we're shooting for 10 and 5. All right, I'll see you in a minute. We'll see how we do. All right. So my modification down from this one would be without the band. yours might be to go into your knees, and I might have to do that in subsequent sets. Now, you can't be disappointed in your performance here. Everything here hinges on what we did earlier in the workout. So those shoulders got pre-exhausted. The chest got pre-exhausted, okay? And then even with our dumbbell presses, you know, those triceps and shoulders got worked. So when we come down to our push-ups and you're saying, oh my God, I'm getting weaker and weaker, you're not. I am switching our workouts up to continue challenging you. So it's my little trick. It's my special little gift. So here we go with second set, band push-up. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can't do it. So my last 6 are gonna be on my knees. 10, 4, and 5. I think my brain was listening to my mouth saying that it probably will be harder, and damn it, wasn't it harder? No, there's a natural fatigue progression. But the other thing is, if I put it over my mind is like, no, I'm not gonna succumb, you know, it being safe, I'm not gonna succumb. Your brain seems to take you a little bit further. Your body will follow. We'll see if that's the case. I think a little cup of the witch's brew, a little sip. Get rid of that. Last set, push-ups. With band or without. It's always fun. A little test, that's all. All right. Seven, 9, and 10. Oh. And here comes my 5 in modified. 3, 4, and 5. That's hilarious. So, knowing what I know now, I had it in my head for the last set I would be using a 20, but I don't think there's any way in the world. For our ISO dumbbell press, it's a ladder. So you're gonna hold yourself in ISO, 10 on one side, 10 on the other. 9, 9, 8, 8. I think I usually rest around 5 or 6, we'll see. And then go right down to 1 and 1. That's the end. Then I'm gonna do this really quick stretch. After we cut off yesterday, I came back and did one more stretch, it felt so good. Actually, it felt good because I found a few spots that were like, oh, wow. That's tight. And I find that that's the success behind stretching, is when you can find those areas that are weak and tight. And then you can keep them in your mind as you work out and as you stretch so that you can affect them positively, right? So, alrighty, enough procrastination. Here we go. I am just gonna go to my 15s for this. ISO, press, ladder. So here I go with 10 on one side. And 10, The resting arm is not resting. It's hovering and working. Now we go down to the 9s. I don't think I'm going to get down to the 6s. I'm going to have to take a rest after my 9s. And 9, I'm going to take a little split second rest here because exactly what I had said. We're so fatigued from everything else that everything at the bottom of this workout is totally different if we had done it at the beginning, right? So throw all preconceived notions out the window this week. I'm on 7s. We're going to 6s. We're going to try it. 6. I'm just sweating here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Really getting fatigued now. If you have to go for lighter weights, you go for lighter weights. If you need more rest in between sets, you take more rest in between sets. If you're done at this point, if you're cooked, hit the showers or hang out and wait and do the stretch with me. All right. So that was, I did the 10s and the 8s, and then the 10s and the 9s and the 8s and the 6s, 8 and 7. I don't know where I'm at. 6s? Let's go for 6. Five. So we go 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. We're going to try and do that whole section in one go. No promises. Alrighty, here we go. Twos, almost there. Hold your good form. And 1, and 1. Oh, good job. That was tough. I feel like my hair is all over the place. Okay, it's done. If you need to hit the showers, talk to you tomorrow for cardio, and I think we got more shoulders than with our cardio. I don't know. I threw something in there with cardio. Oh, back. That's what I did. I want to visit back tomorrow with our cardio, so that by the time Friday comes around, we'll have already had one light, a light workout prior to that. Okay. Here we go. Listen, you guys. This is called. If you're staying with me, it is called the toe touch drill. All right, so this is going to be hamstrings. You're going to feel it in your hips as well. Let me turn that music down just so slightly. if you don't have the flexibility to reach the floor, because it is a forward lean, there. And I do not have the flexibility to reach the floor, okay? So what I'm gonna use is my yoga block. You could also use your dumbbell. So with this, a dumbbell, I could be right here. And then as I got more and more flexible, you know, as the stretch goes on, you could take it down lower. So here, this is real easy. What I want you to do, we're gonna affect one leg at a time. So one leg's gonna be bent, one leg's gonna be straight, and the straight leg is the one we're working on, okay? So, I'm gonna cheat sheet here. So you're gonna lock your right leg, and then your left is bent. It doesn't really matter which one. All you're gonna do is attach your hands to the floor and do not move. You just wanna sway your hips. Hip sway. Keeping one leg locked, hamstring is fully extended, and one is bent. Okay? So now, I'm just swaying easily back and forth. This next one, I actually want to kind of move into a position where I'm trying to reach my butt, and other way, I'm trying to reach my butt. You should feel that up and down, kind of tearing away at the tendons behind your knee, okay? So that is called the oblique squeeze, and oblique squeeze, and the first one was a sway. Now, from this position, in those knees are locked where they are, you're gonna do toe raises. So 5 on the bent toe, 5 on the bent leg heel, 5 on the straight leg, oh, and 5 heel raises. So from here, we're continuing to stretch the same. I'm going to hold in the center and I'm going to rotate up. So here comes our torso rotation, and then bring it back down and rotate up. So again, you're still feeling it in the straight leg. Good. Now, flamingo. The bent knee is going to lift off the floor. In a flamingo posture, now I want you to sway again. I want you to sway back and forth. And again, feeling that at the back of your knee. You might be using a lot of support on the floor here. And then the last one is just lowering that hip and lifting. So that's a lift and lower in the flamingo position. Okay, so there we go. All right, if you have to come up every so often with that one, you know, the blood is pooling in your head and dizziness and all that, you know, make it your own. Just do a part of it. You can almost get a little nauseous feeling when some of those tendons start swaying back and forth and you start attending to them in different movements. All right, so here we go. Now I'm straightening my other leg. This happens to be the one that has a little bit of a twinge back here, so I'm going to be careful. I am down and I'm locking that leg that I'm stretching, and I'm just going to sway back and forth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hips are just swaying freely, easily. Don't wrench into any posture. I'm telling you that these stretches really hit places that you can't imagine. All right, so then the oblique squeeze, I'm just going to turn my shoulder and try and hit my hip, and I'm going to oblique squeeze on the other side. Holy man. Oh, wow. So now here comes my toes. I'm going to do it on my bent leg first. 5 toe taps there, 5 heel taps on that same leg, bent position. Now on my extended leg, I am just going to lift and lower. This is a little tougher, a little more interesting. Whoa. And heel raise. Now here comes my rotation. In that fully stretched position, I want to bring my body, my upper body, into the stretch and go for a full torso rotation. Beautiful. You can hold any one of those stretches or go back to them. So now this is kind of nerve-wracking for me because now the weaker leg has to support everything. So I'm gonna take it real easy here for my flamingo hip sway. All right. And there we go, right into our hip lift and lower. Easy on that one. Oh, I don't know if it was smart to do it 2 days in a row, but I'm telling you, effective. I could really target the area that was weak. And that's a success in my mind. Now I know exactly what I'm working on. Makes sense. All right, you guys, I am going on the computer to get my mother an appointment for her vaccination. Wish me luck. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow for cardio and a little bit of back. Good stuff.